You know that feeling when something small and annoying just keeps happening over and over again? Well, have you ever been so fed up that you decided to just turn it into a game? We're about to dive into a story that does exactly that. It takes the daily frustration of a wrong number and turns it into this huge, hilarious, creative universe. Let's get into it.
So, this is how our story starts. Not with a sigh of frustration, but with pure performance. It's such a great line, right? It immediately drops you into a world that's just a little bit off. But you gotta be wondering, who is saying this? And why on earth are they saying it? Okay, so meet Erica. She's not a butler, and spoiler alert, there is no Mr. Thompson at her number. But after getting call after call for this guy, she just decided, you know what, I'm done correcting people. I'm gonna have some fun with this. And that's where her little creative rebellion begins.
So, let's back up for a second and see how this all got started. Because before there was any butler or this mysterious Mr. Thompson, there was just a very, very persistent and really annoying wrong number. You can just feel it in that line, can't you? That mix of, "Are you kidding me?" and total disbelief. This isn't some one-time mistake. It's a constant interruption, this little error that just keeps pushing its way into her life day after day.
And yeah, let's be real clear here. We are not talking about 1 or 2 mix-ups. We're talking more than 10 calls in 1 week. At that point, it stops being a simple mistake, and it's basically a part-time job just answering the phone for this Mr. Thompson guy.
And this right here is where the story gets so good. Because, look, anybody can get frustrated. That's easy. But it takes a special kind of mind to take that frustration and just pivot into full-blown fantasy.
You can actually see the exact moment her whole mindset just flips. All that frustration, it turns into amusement. The annoyance, that becomes this incredible source of imagination. And correcting the caller? Nope. That gets totally replaced by role-playing. Suddenly, she's not the victim of the wrong number anymore. She's the director of this whole wild show.
This is it. This is the spark. That moment of inspiration. Instead of seeing it as this annoying intrusion, she starts to see it as an opportunity. What if this isn't a mistake at all? What if it's an invitation to a secret life? And that one little thought, it changes absolutely everything.
And once Erica grabs onto this idea, she doesn't just, dip her toes in. Oh no, she dives in head first. She starts building an entire mythology, a whole world, around this stranger she's never even met.
So yeah, that becomes the big question. If Erica is going to be his reluctant butler or secretary, she needs to know who she's working for, right? And since the callers never really give her much to go on, her imagination just starts filling in all the blanks.
And the details she comes up with are they're brilliant. Mr. Thompson isn't just some random guy. Nope, he's this sophisticated man who wears a monocle, he's got a collection of vintage stamps, and apparently he has a peacock issue at his estate. The details get more and more absurd, creating this hilarious portrait of a man she's never met. I just love this line, because it shows you exactly how her mind is working. She's not just creating a funny character, she's building intrigue. She's creating a plot. A peacock issue could just be a weird problem with some birds, or it could be code for an international spy ring. I mean, why not?
But then, the story takes another little turn. It goes beyond just being a private joke and becomes this surprisingly thoughtful reflection on human connection, especially in our kind of disconnected modern world.
And boom, this question just reframes the entire situation. All of a sudden, it's not a one-way street anymore. She starts to genuinely wonder about the real Mr. Thompson, imagining this bizarre, symmetrical mix-up. Is he out there getting calls from her long-lost aunt or invitations to her book club? Let's just call this the Thompson paradox, shall we? It's that weird, strange feeling of being connected to a total stranger. Your lives all tangled up together by nothing more than a technological glitch. It's a really unique, very modern kind of relationship. And her imagination just paints this perfect scene. She sees him not as an annoyance anymore, but as her counterpart in this whole absurd drama. He's sitting there in his own world, surrounded by those mythical peacocks, wondering, who is this mysterious Erica who keeps intercepting my life? It's a moment of really unexpected, imagined empathy.
So where does all this go? Well, it leads to this full-on embrace of the absurdity of it all. This isn't a problem she needs to solve anymore. It's an adventure she gets to live.
Her entire journey is laid out right here. She goes from straight-up annoyance to this wild, creative imagination, which then leads her to this genuine curiosity, and finally to this peaceful, playful acceptance. She's not fighting it anymore. She's a willing and happy participant in her misstyled adventure.
And her final toast just says it all, doesn't it? There's no anger left at all. It's just this good-humored affection for this phantom person in her life. She's literally wishing him well in the fictional world that she built for him. It's such a funny and kind of beautiful way to wrap it up. And really, that's what this is all about. It's this powerful little reminder that we have the ability to reframe our own annoyances. We can actually choose to find stories and humor and even the strange sense of connection in the most mundane, everyday frustrations that we all deal with.
It really makes you wonder, right? The next time your phone buzzes with a wrong number or, some other small, irritating thing happens, what story could you choose to tell about it? What secret adventure might just be waiting for you?